Do you have problems with newer Garmin watches not properly tracking your sleep? I also had, so previously I had the 6S Pro and now I have the 7S Pro. And this actually did not properly record my sleep. I had it on with the strap that I got from Garmin. And what seems to be the case is that this strap, even though I had it very tightly on my arm, or on my wrist rather, did not lead to proper sleep tracking. So for many nights it actually didn't record any sleep at all. What I actually now did is I exchanged the strap. Now with the previous Garmin watch I had with the 6S, it was a little bit easier because the pins in there, they had kind of small things you could pull out, and then you just pulled out the feather loaded, it's not feather loaded but spring loaded pin in here. With this here I had to actually get rid of these pins, so I took a thing and then I basically demolished them and then pulled them out, because then I had access to basically these inserts where I inserted a Galaxy Watch 4 band. And I had this band on my 6S Pro previously. As I had it on the 6S Pro did not get sleep for maybe every second week or maybe once a week. It did not get any sleep at all. And also for a certain duration, let's say the Galaxy Watch, which I have on my other wrist, also to have kind of a redundancy in terms of sleep tracking. If the Galaxy Watch, for example, records 8 hours of sleep, then the Garmin would usually record a little bit less than that. That might be 6 hours and 20 minutes, or that might be 7 hours and 20 minutes. But usually, the Garmin is always kind of lower compared to the Galaxy Watch. Now, the Galaxy Watch and Samsung have also differentiated between what you actually spend in bed, so the time you actually spend in bed, versus the actual sleep time. So it distinguishes between those two, so it probably takes the awake time and deducts it from the time you spend in bed in total, and this is then your actual sleep time. I don't know what Garmin actually uses, but I assume it just shows the actual recorded sleep time. Now, how this impacts, again, this with the band is now that I have this on, it actually records every night's sleep, at least as of now, as I exchanged the band. And I hope that this will at least give me a kind of a standardized thing, because I have them kind of similar, at least on both wrists, because I have the same band. And the watches are also built somewhat similar. They are kind of a similar size. This is the 43mm version, I think, and on here it's, I think this is also the small Galaxy Watch, but I think it's 42mm on the Galaxy Watch. So this is how I partially at least resolved the sleep tracking problem. That was a very big problem because it did not record any sleep at all for most nights where I actually wore this watch. Whereas the previous watch, the 6S Pro with the Galaxy Watch 4 band, did record sleep mostly, but it usually got it a little bit lower and also lower sleep scores compared to the Galaxy Watch and Samsung Health.